The name KGB still echoes with a chilling familiarity. It speaks of a shadowy world of spies, secrets, and ruthless efficiency. The KGB was the iron fist of the Soviet Union, its intelligence agency reaching across continents, sowing discord and stealing secrets. From the ashes of the KGB arose a new entity, one that inherited the legacy of its predecessor but adapted to the realities of a rapidly changing world. This new agency, cloaked in secrecy and armed with cutting-edge technology, was ready to step onto the global stage. It was called the SVR, the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service. The year is 1991. The Soviet Union crumbles, fracturing into independent states. Amidst the chaos, the SVR emerged from the wreckage of the KGB, tasked with safeguarding Russia's interests. The SVR, quietly rebuilt, leveraging the vast experience and networks inherited from its predecessor. Cyber warfare, disinformation campaigns, and economic manipulation became their new weapons of choice. From the outset, the SVR set its sights on a familiar adversary, the United States. The SVR's objectives were clear: gather intelligence on US military capabilities, steal technological secrets, and sow discord within American society. One of the SVR's most audacious operations involved interference in the US electoral system. Their methods were subtle and insidious, designed to exploit existing divisions within American society and sow chaos. To understand the SVR is to delve into a world of espionage, where deception, manipulation, and betrayal are tools of the trade. The SVR's tactics are a blend of old-school spycraft and cutting-edge technology. Disinformation has become a cornerstone of the SVR's strategy, particularly in their operations against the West. The SVR's cyber capabilities are equally formidable, employing elite hacking units to infiltrate the most secure networks in the world. The Art of Invisibility SVR Tradecraft. The SVR's success hinges on its mastery of tradecraft, the intricate techniques and practices that allow its operatives to move unseen. Their agents are trained in the art of disguise, surveillance, and clandestine communication, able to disappear into crowds and operate undetected. The essence of SVR tradecraft lies in its human element, the ability of its operatives to blend in, build trust, and exploit vulnerabilities. The illegals, ghosts in the machine. Among the SVR's most valuable assets are the illegals, deep-cover spies who operate without the protection of diplomatic immunity. Once in place, illegals may spend years building their cover stories, establishing seemingly normal lives, all while secretly working for the SVR. Their access to sensitive information and their ability to operate undetected make them invaluable assets in the world of espionage. Cyber warfare, the digital battlefield. The digital age has ushered in a new era of espionage, and the SVR has emerged as a formidable force in the realm of cyber warfare. The SVR's cyber units are among the most sophisticated in the world, staffed by highly skilled hackers capable of penetrating the most secure networks. Their cyber operations have targeted everything from elections to financial markets, demonstrating their willingness to use cyber warfare as a tool of statecraft. The United States, with its global influence, technological prowess, and robust economy, has always been a prime target for the SVR's intelligence-gathering operations. The SVR's objective is to identify and exploit vulnerabilities within American society, seeking to weaken its institutions and undermine its alliances. The SVR employs a multi-pronged approach, using a combination of human intelligence, cyber espionage, and disinformation campaigns. Their agents work tirelessly to recruit assets within these key sectors, seeking individuals who have access to valuable information. The beating heart of American power resides in Washington, D.C., a city of monuments, memorials, and political intrigue. For the SVR, penetrating the US government is a top priority. They focus on agencies involved in foreign policy, national security, intelligence gathering, and technological development. Their methods are a blend of patience, cunning, and ruthlessness. Diplomatic events, conferences, and even social gatherings become opportunities for the SVR to make contact and gather intelligence. In the pursuit of global dominance, technological superiority is paramount. The SVR targets defense contractors, technology companies, and research institutions involved in developing advanced weaponry and surveillance systems. Cyber espionage is a key weapon in their arsenal, allowing them to infiltrate secure networks and steal blueprints. Stolen technology can be used to enhance Russia's own military capabilities, potentially shifting the balance of power on the world stage. The battle for hearts and minds extends beyond the realms of politics and technology. The SVR understands the power of ideas and seeks to shape the narrative, influencing public opinion, academic discourse, and policy debates. Universities, think tanks, and media outlets become targets for the SVR's sophisticated influence operations. By infiltrating these institutions, the SVR seeks to shape the way Americans view the world, their own government, and Russia itself. In the intricate world of espionage, the human factor remains the most valuable element. The SVR's search for assets in the United States is relentless and highly targeted. They seek individuals in positions of power and influence, those with access to valuable information or who can influence decision-making. Recruitment often begins with a chance encounter, a conference, a diplomatic reception, a social gathering. The motivations for betraying one's country are complex and varied. The SVR understands these motivations and tailors its approach accordingly, offering a mix of incentives and threats. For some, the allure of financial gain is too tempting to resist. For the unwitting, the SVR employs compromat, compromising information to blackmail individuals into cooperation. Section 3. The price of betrayal. Turning assets into traitors. Once an individual betrays their country, there's often no turning back. The SVR binds its assets with financial incentives, psychological manipulation, and threats. Regular payments create a financial dependence that's hard to break. Threats against family members ensure loyalty. The SVR demands absolute loyalty and discretion. Assets risk their lives and their country's security. Exposure means arrest and lengthy prison sentences. Section 4. Living a lie. The perilous life of an SVR asset. The life of an SVR asset is one of constant deception, a delicate balancing act between their fabricated existence and their secret allegiance. They live in a world of shadows, haunted by the fear of exposure. The pressure of living a double life takes its toll. Assets often experience anxiety, paranoia, and isolation. They distance themselves from friends and family, fearing their secret could slip out. Many turn to alcohol, drugs, or other destructive behaviors to cope. The guilt and shame weigh heavily, leading to depression and anxiety. The SVR offers little support or compassion. Assets are seen as expendable pawns in a larger game. If caught, they are abandoned, left to face the consequences alone. Silent interceptors listening in on a digital world. In the digital age, the airwaves crackle with voices, a treasure trove of information for those with the technology and the will to listen. The SVR, heir to Soviet signals intelligence, has embraced the digital revolution, becoming a master eavesdropper. Analysts sift through digital data, extracting valuable intelligence to inform Russian policy. Their targets include foreign governments, military units, corporations, and individuals. From intercepting satellite transmissions to tapping undersea cables, the SVR employs sophisticated technologies. Gone are the days of cloak and dagger espionage, of secret meetings in shadowy alleys and microfilm hidden in hollowed-out coins. The digital age has ushered in a new breed of spy, the cyber operative, a master of infiltration and exfiltration, capable of breaching the most secure networks from the comfort of a keyboard. The SVR, recognizing the transformative power of cyber warfare, has invested heavily in developing its offensive cyber capabilities. Their elite hacking units, staffed by some of the most talented programmers and security experts, are tasked with penetrating foreign networks, stealing sensitive data, and disrupting critical infrastructure. Their methods are as varied as the systems they target. Phishing attacks, malware, zero-day exploits, social engineering, all are tools in their arsenal deployed with precision and a deep understanding of their target's vulnerabilities. The SVR's cyber espionage activities have had a profound impact on governments and corporations around the world. From stealing intellectual property to disrupting critical infrastructure, their actions have cost billions of dollars and eroded trust in the digital systems that underpin modern society. In the digital age, data is the new currency of power. The SVR understands this implicitly, recognizing that the vast troves of information it collects, through its signals, intelligence and cyber espionage operations, are not merely intelligence to be analyzed, they are weapons to be wielded. The data stolen by the SVR is often used to blackmail individuals, extort companies, and even influence elections. They leverage their access to sensitive information to manipulate public opinion, sow discord, and advance Russian geopolitical interests. Disinformation, spread through social media platforms and online forums, has become a key weapon in the SVR's arsenal. By creating and amplifying false narratives, they sow doubt and confusion, undermining trust in democratic institutions and eroding social cohesion. The SVR's weaponization of data poses a significant threat to global stability. As our world becomes increasingly interconnected, the ability to control and manipulate information becomes ever more powerful, blurring the lines between reality and perception, truth and falsehood. In the shadowy world of Russian espionage, the term compromat sends chills down the spines of even the most seasoned intelligence professionals. It's a uniquely Russian brand of political warfare, a dark art that weaponizes secrets, turning personal indiscretions and hidden vulnerabilities into tools of coercion and control. Compromat can take many forms: compromising photographs, financial records revealing illicit dealings, intercepted emails containing damaging admissions. It's the currency of blackmail, a tool used to silence critics, manipulate rivals, and secure the cooperation of those who find themselves entangled in its web. The SVR, heir to a long tradition of Soviet-era compromat operations, has honed this dark art to a science. Their operatives are masters of surveillance and information gathering, adept at uncovering the hidden vulnerabilities of their targets, no matter how well protected they may seem. The threat of exposure, of a scandal that could ruin careers, destroy families and shatter reputations, is often enough to secure the target's cooperation. They become trapped, forced to comply with the SVR's demands, their lives effectively held hostage by their own secrets. Section 2. Honey traps, the lure of intimacy and betrayal. In the seductive world of espionage, the honey trap remains one of the oldest and most effective weapons. It preys on human weakness, exploiting the allure of intimacy and forbidden desires. Often beginning innocently, a chance encounter at a conference, a flirtatious exchange at a diplomatic reception, or a shared taxi ride that lingers too long. The SVR operative weaves a web of charm and seduction. As the relationship blossoms, so does the target's vulnerability. They confide secrets, share sensitive information and lower their guard, unaware they are being played, their every move orchestrated by unseen handlers. The moment of truth arrives with brutal swiftness. A knock on the door by counterintelligence agents, a phone call revealing their secret affair has been exposed, a chilling realization that their actions have consequences far beyond a broken heart. Disinformation. Warfare sowing discord in the digital age. The digital age has ushered in a new era of warfare, one fought with bytes and narratives. The SVR wields disinformation to sow discord, undermine trust, and advance interests. They spread false narratives through online personas, fake news sites, and bots. Their campaigns exploit social and political divisions, fueling outrage and eroding trust. It undermines democratic societies, making it hard to distinguish truth from falsehood. Section 1. A new Cold War? The demise of the Soviet Union did not usher in an era of global peace and cooperation. Instead, it marked the beginning of a new chapter in the great power rivalry between Russia and the West. The SVR, heir to the KGB's legacy, plays a central role in this ongoing conflict. From Washington, D.C. to European capitals, the SVR's presence is felt, advancing Russian interests. Their tactics are sophisticated and often difficult to detect, exploiting vulnerabilities in an interconnected world. The SVR's activities represent a clear and present danger to the national security of the United States and its allies. Section 2. Safeguarding democracy in the age of disinformation. The SVR's most potent weapon is its mastery of disinformation, manipulating information, sowing doubt, and undermining trust in democratic societies. The digital age has created fertile ground for disinformation campaigns to flourish. Combating disinformation requires a collective effort from governments, tech companies, media, and individuals. Governments must invest in counter-propaganda, promoting media literacy and critical thinking. Tech companies must prevent the spread of disinformation on their platforms. Media organizations must uphold journalistic integrity and provide context. Ultimately, individuals must embrace critical thinking and seek diverse perspectives. Safeguarding democracy in the digital age demands nothing less.